back to a post-Christmas pay-for-play. We are back, and we are going to get back to Mr. Thomas's last two requests. He had a lot of them, and so far I would say he's 2 for 3. Two new requests and bands that I haven't really heard of that were freaking awesome. And then I wasn't really into the Devin one that he had, but this is a completely new one as well. This is called He's There and Then He Does This or something like that. It's basically, from what Thomas tells me, is this was a live YouTube stream between two friends, I guess childhood friends, and it's like a graphic design project or something like that. So you're gonna see a little box with some guy doing something with his hands, and then while the other guy is probably playing some sweet shit on the guitar. So I'm excited to get to this new thing that I don't know anything about, nor have I ever heard anything about, and we'll see how Mr. Thomas does on his 4th request. That's right, it's a left-hand guitarist. Got the 80s. Ah, this is a very nice solo-ish sounding album. Is that mushrooms that he's drawing? So it makes me feel like I should be on mushrooms.
With some slight variations. Other than that, well, there's not much to comment on. Similar,
Nice.
not identical, but mostly the same. He thinks about all of the chances he's floundered. He picks up the pieces, but scatters them out again. He never learns.
Wow, he's got some
The message
pipes.
seems to only get worse.
What is it that's harmonizing with him?
He'll inexplicably find motivation.
80s stuff.
Won't be so sullen anymore, but it won't last long.
Man, I like his voice.
Everything will be as it was, and out of nowhere he'll burst out with laughter, so overwhelmed with how funny it's turning out.
Who's doing the lights for him?
Yes, trying things he's already tried. He's there and he does that, trying to turn it around like he always does. He's there and he does that,
Good harmonies.
does that, but only sometimes.
This is nice and raw. It's like a raw.
He's good for a while until all of a sudden the burden of all of his responsibilities waves him out. Leaves
Man,
him
to
in
sing while you're playing is so tough.
plentiful with their suggestions, make themselves feel like they are contributing, but he's on to them, shutting out friend after friend. He's there and he does that, convinced that there's more and that this isn't good enough. He's there and he does that.
I mean, how is this live? The music doesn't sound live.
Hope you realize that this is all there is.
Yeah, this part reminds me of
Nothing changes, it simply will be this. Struggle with the
what
same
was that movie?
things you
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Like that kind of like,
take for granted the stuff that's not so.
I am Val Helsing.
Things will stay more or less the same.
I like
Minor
that.
details, but not much else will change. Not the future, knowing what you
Coffee.
left behind. Never cross if you keep shifting that line. Or maybe some other time.
Is he drinking coffee too? He's like, yeah, tastes good, tastes good. Yeah, sounds like you could play this out on the street. Oh, wow.
He's there, and he does that, trying to turn it around like he always does. He's there, and he does that.
It's definitely got an 80s feel, mixed with some wow. It's got a mixture of like 80s, Herman Lee. Okay, so I don't really get the need. I mean, other than like, I guess it was a live YouTube, so I don't know if it was a need or if it was just more of what was happening. But I thought there was going to be something crazy going on with the hands in the corner, but it really wasn't. It was just some dude drawing, which I was told in the comments from Thomas before I listened to this that it was his childhood friend who does the album artwork for him. So that makes sense. But like, it really wasn't necessarily to be there, other than maybe it was just kind of a cool thing. And I guess I get it because it's not like, this is not meant to be like produced or whatever. But I saw some videos like where you have music in the background and somebody doing like the sand art. That's kind of cool because like you see them building something, but this was just kind of like drawing mushrooms or something like that, which made me want to have some mushrooms. But as far as the song, I mean, yeah, I think his voice is obviously good. I mean, man. And is that live? It just didn't sound live to me. It sounded recorded. Like, or if it was live, he's got some serious stuff being put on his voice and on the music to make it sound so good, right? I mean, are we in an age now where live can sound like it's recorded that good? I mean, that was really good. So I liked his guitar playing. I mean, I wasn't like, I'm more impressed the fact that he was singing while he was playing guitar, and some of it was like off rhythm stuff. It wasn't like just basic, you know, dun, 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 while you're singing, which, you know, you can do. But when you're doing like leads while you're singing, that's like, I mean, it's totally left-right brain stuff. As far as the overall sound, I wouldn't say I disliked it, but I wouldn't say I liked it. It was just kind of like, it had somewhat of a catchy chorus, kind of, but it had like that 80s vibe to it with a lot of the background stuff going on, as well as like even his like high-pitched screams. They're not screams, but like the high-pitched notes, I should say, that he sings, and the Herman Lee kind of Through the Fire and Flame stuff being thrown in there every once in a while. It's got like this metal 80s vibe, which I guess is different. I like that it's different and it's cool in that way. But I just don't, like, there wasn't anything that made me go like, man, that was such a cool song. I think it's more of like, I'm happy I was introduced to this because I haven't heard anything like this before. So Thomas, once again, this is kind of like in the bent knee kind of feel without as much, what's I'm looking for, without being impressed as much. Bent Knee was something new for me, had a kind of different feel of music, and it impressed the crap out of me. It was very inspiring. This was different in feel, but it didn't necessarily inspire me crazily like the other stuff did. But cool nonetheless. So let's get to the next pay for play. As always, like and subscribe. Thank you, Thomas, once again. And let's move on to the next one. Peace.